Alright guys, this is going to be, as it says here, a recap of this past Saturday's game against Youngstown State, and then looking towards their game in Terre Haute this Saturday night. I believe it's at 6 p.m. I want to say that's Central with Indiana State. So the formatting for this video is going to be in two parts, just because the video making plan that I have has 5-minute caps on each video, so we're just going to split this into two 5-minute videos as opposed to what we've really been doing in the past. I'm going to start this off with a summary. I'm not going to read this to spare you guys. What you can do if you want is just to pause this and read through it. But there's two parts to it. This is just a little more in-depth on what I noticed this Saturday. So we're just going to skip towards what we normally look at. All right, scoring summary. So I'm going to pull out my phone too just to see if we can get a little more info on who scored and what. So we've got 5 plays, 67 yards, leading to a field goal on the opening drive for Youngstown, and that includes a big chunk play at the very beginning. I'm trying to look up how, 61 yards for Bryce Oliver. So just for context, the two of them had a similar play in their previous game against Robert Morris for 70 yards, which was a school record. So 61 yards, coming pretty close to the record. UNI can't do anything on the next drive. We got 3 plays, negative yards, and then Youngstown puts together, it looks like a 5-minute drive, 4-minute, 52-second drive, 9 plays for a score. And the person who scored there looks like that was just a run-in from the quarterback. If anyone was at the game or watching carefully, you'll remember this is the drive where the quarterback, Davidson, actually went down. They put in their backup QB for a couple plays, and then Davidson came in and actually scrambled for the score. So we followed that with a touchdown of our own, which, if I'm not mistaken, was prior. Yeah, so this is the prior touchdown from Day. Actually, I don't really remember what happened with the kick because I'm looking at it now. I know there was some nonsense with the throwing and incomplete, and Pryor was actually the recipient of a failed 2-point conversion there, but it wasn't designed like that as far as I know. That was supposed to be a normal kick. We've got a punt then, which I won't go into, and then we've got following the punt, we got another touchdown for ours. So this is one of Bunton's 2 scores. He had 2 touchdowns this game, which is great because if anyone watched the Idaho State game, you'll remember he had a drop on a wide open pass from Day, and Day kept beating him later in the game, which was encouraging last week in Idaho State. But the fact that he scored twice this game, especially with Morency out, which was news to me, was huge. After that touchdown, we have a pick from or it looks like, Youngstown throws a pick to, I believe, Galvin, if I'm not mistaken, was the one. Josiah picked it off, and we parlay that into a nice bunt and touchdown, which is beautiful. Youngstown is punting, so obviously things aren't going right. You've got them throwing a pick, giving up a touchdown, punting, but we also punt. And then they get a field goal at the end of the half, but we actually had a chance to score on a nice little Hail Mary because freaking Jenkins had such a nice return right before the half that we were actually at midfield. We just couldn't turn it into anything, which is fine. So we go into halftime up 7 points. I'm going to start going over the second half here, and then I'm going to have to cut this into the second video. Basically, we start the second half, it looks like, with a field goal. I can give you the metrics on how far. 40-yard field goal. So, nice kick from Cook, who's good as always. Youngstown punts. We punt. And then they finally get a nice little score. Okay, so this I'll go into in that second video. This is that blocked punt that actually started setting things back for UNI. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.